our main event viewers that join us now here at the Halton Stadium, where Widnes will hope to extend their 6-season stay in the Super League. Well, it's all in their own hands at the moment, and looks likely to head to that pivotal match in the south of France, but they will need to get a result here today against the London Broncos. The 17 times these sides have met in Super League action, London winning 10 of those. I would both dearly hope to make sure that they are in Super League in future years. Well, some interesting comments from Widnes coach Dennis Betts during the week, saying that he didn't feel that any of the London players were worthy of a position in his side. That has certainly fired up the London Broncos ahead of this game. Elliot Keir, their centre, saying that he's not sure why Betts came out with those comments, but it's certainly added a little more fuel to the fire, if any indeed was needed. A very exciting London Broncos side expected to challenge the Widnes Vikings. Again, the experience that the Vikings have had in Super League this year stand them in good stead. There is a massive game in the qualifiers up ahead. As I would go to Phil Clark, and Phil, ask you about Dennis Betts' comments. Did you find them strange and perplexing in the week leading up to this match?
Well, I'm not sure under what context the question was put to him. Maybe it came from a journalist, but I suppose he had to then say, listen, I'm happy with the squad I've got. They're good enough players for me.
We are seconds away from kickoff. The man to take us through this 80 minutes is Ben Pro.
Thanks very much, Brian, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Halton Stadium, where the Vikings and London go head-to-head in their biggest game of the season, as the scrap to stay in Super League goes right down to the wire. James Child, the man in the middle for this one. Robert Hicks is the video referee. Widnes know only victory will do if they're to cling on to third spot, and with it, the last automatic place available among next year's elite. But the Broncos, of course, as the restart goes, the kickoff goes right out on the full.
Well, it's an excellent kickoff, isn't it? In fact, it's just in the field of play, Ben, there. I think you'll find the touches just put up. London will get the ball back. This is a great indication with a kick from Jared Samet there. A difficult one that Whitley can't take. He attempts to trap it with his foot. It bounces in the field of play, goes over the sideline, and London will get head and feet from this scrum. Tremendous start for the Broncos.
Ideal start for Andrew Henderson and the visitors here. They're within 20 metres already of this Widnes line, I should say. What can they do with this great attacking position? Samet finds G into the tackle of Houston. Electric start from the visitors. This is Ione. Standout in the qualifiers so far. Tries in the opening 3 games. Akers waits. Just 12 metres or so away from that Widnes line. Here he is, just gets the ball to Bartho. Bartho has a runner with him. Lloyd White shuts down that opportunity, but they're 5 metres or so, inside 5 metres in fact, away from that Widnes line. Not the best pass for Eddie Batty though, and a knock on as well from Chris Houston. They're going to take the first one, James Child, and Widnes survive.
Big relief for the Vikings there on their own line. Would have been a disastrous start to concede inside the first 6 tackles. Pass goes behind Eddie Batty. It's impossible for him to catch that low, and already gone past the ball. Greg Burke had him perhaps covered. And I think the Vikings want to hope that they can restart, but it was a difficult kick from Jared Samet. That's one that he's been trademarked throughout his career. Dangerous kicks are the order, really, aren't they, these qualifiers? Put your opponents under pressure, make nothing simple.
London looking for a victory which would put them within a point of a place in the £1 million game with just 1 match to go after this. Hunting the mistake this time, though, the Broncos, as White picks up, gets an offload away as well. Batty numbers up in defence though. On Ryan Ince. White goes left for Buchanan this time. Jack Buchanan takes a couple with him. This is a strong run. Almost over halfway now, the Vikings. It's Gilmore. Now Buchanan again. This will be the last one coming up. Gilmore who puts boot to ball. This will be a tester. Oh, he's done really well there, Kieran Dixon.
Excellent take from Dixon. Difficult kick. He was under pressure, but I saw Charlie Runciman, the number 4 for Widnes, up in his face, tried to jump above him. But a safe catch, helping his confidence. I suppose a good start to all of these qualifiers. We know the tension We know the nerves and all the talk that's gone into the build-up of these games. Making an impressive start, getting a good first touch, making a good first tackle, essential.
Big collision there, Gil Dudson, Eddie Batty. Filtered to Bartho. And now Jay Pitts. Ever present for London Broncos in 2017, Jay Pitts. The kick from Bartho is a huge one. It's gone out on the full this time.
Well, he's under some pressure. He's put it straight into row 2 of the main stand, and he's unhappy with some of his teammates pointing. I don't think it was their fault, but he didn't certainly get the kick where he needed to be. It was high, and they're surely going to contest this. The ball comes back here. Obviously, it's a ball's gone out on the play on the full. It was the last tackle, a turnover. A Widnes now in another attacking situation.
Bartho, his 3rd year in London after 5 seasons with Catalan Dragons. This man, meanwhile, is Buchanan for Widnes.
Gil Dudson, isn't it? Gil Dudson,
I beg your pardon. White finds Buchanan. Inching closer here, Widnes. White from Mellon, now Craven. Some space for Stephen Marsh. He's come inside as well. Stephen Marsh still going. Strong run from the former Wigan man. Now Widnes are camped on that London line. Tables turn as Buchanan puts the shoulder in. 4 in defence initially for the London Broncos. It's a couple of metres short. White. Kick is from Gilmore, scooped over the top, and Dixon does really well to collect.
Well, maybe a preconditioned idea there that it was the last play, and that's why Gilmore kicked it, but you felt as though the pass option was one for them. London had so many defenders in the middle of the field. There was space for Runciman out wide. He kicked, and again, Kieran Dixon put under pressure twice in the first 5.
You can understand as well, Phil, why they would kick to Kieran Dixon's wing. He's got a very big man standing opposite him in Ryan Ince. He'll have a few inches over him in the height stakes. And if Ince can get and cause Dixon a bit of trouble, Widnes may look at that as an avenue for success today.
In defensive mode for the moment, though, the Vikings. The kick comes in. It's going to be fielded by Ince.
Brilliant kick by William Bartho, didn't he? He made sure a lot of players just kick it with everything they've got. He took some sting out of that kick. He wanted it to sit around the try line. Obviously, it was just short of that.
Happy birthday, Ryan Ince, by the way. 21 today, the former England under-16s international. Matty G with some good defence as Widnes move over halfway. White. Now Gilmore drops the ball off for Houston. White. Buchanan gets through and manages to offload, and Dudson can't take it in. Gilt-edged opportunity for Widnes. They created it and they couldn't execute.
Well, the lookalike props find a great combination. It's Buchanan who puts the offload there to Gil Dudson, bounces off his chest, and they did have a 2v1 situation. If Dudson took that in, you see on the inside, Lloyd White scooting up quickly in support. First chance for a certain try gone missing. They're
just starting to poke their noses through the line. I'm talking about Dennis Betts' Widnes Vikings here. A little bit of footwork for some of their bigger forwards. They're getting in between London defenders, and at the very least getting a quick play of the ball. It's something London will need to address. But we'll keep an eye out for next time Widnes are in possession, see if they can capitalise on that.
Just saw Dennis Betts watching on there, took charge of a club side for the 250th time at Lee a fortnight ago. Significant milestone for him. They won that one 24 points to 8. Ione plays the ball for Ackers, and Andy Ackers sees a gap and straight through it. Great run this from the hooker. It's just showing why many consider him the best number 9 outside Super League. Here is Fairangi on the back of that. Fairangi coming back the other way, had support, not the best pass on the bounce. It's picked up. Matt Davis has it now. Taken down by a combination there of Gilmore and Houston. Here is Fairangi again. Drops it off for G this time. He's through the first tackle. Last one coming up for the Broncos, just 10 metres away. Dixon with the pass, Fairangi. Samet, some momentum lost, and where's this going to go? It's come up eventually for Tom Gilmore.
Well, some variety in London's last play option there, wasn't it? It was the last tackle. But instead of giving it to one of the traditional kickers, it did get to Mark Ione, who dropped the ball and tried to kick it through. covered though, of course, by the Viking side, and a strong run there at the winger, Ed Chamberlain. Sorry, Ryan Ince it is, isn't it, on that side? This time now Ed Chamberlain comes in from the far side.
Ince showing some good strength. He wanted to get the offload away and no one was there to collect it. Meanwhile, here's Danny Craven, already over halfway with this Vikings. Now Buchanan, Pitts and Batty combined to put him to ground. Last one coming up, breathless start at the Holton Stadium. Mella goes to the air, it's a huge kick again. Really well taken by Rhys Williams.
Well, yeah, Alex Walker, wasn't it, there? He's stay front of the back. This time, Williams, they're trying to get those wingers out there now to make ground, go forward. Good defence from Widnes. We've had a quick start, haven't we? Just over 8.5 minutes. It's gone end to end. Lots of ground made by both teams. Relatively quick play of the balls.
Good run from Elliot Keir. Here is Alex Walker in offensive mode. Good pass at the line again for Sammet. Filter the ball to this near side and hold on to it as well. Fairangi does brilliantly and finds Dixon, who manages to stay the right side of the sideline.
Well, William Bartho is down getting some attention. Hit just as he passed the ball. I think it was Jack Buchanan that made contact with him. The touch judge is on the field.
Difficult one, because I think he's committed to making that tackle.
It's one I understand, Phil. I was Gil Dudson. I have an issue with hitting people that have just passed the ball.
But he turns here now. He's got no option really. He's already committed. That is a slow motion replay of that movement.
It's a no-lose situation for the defender. Even if he passes the ball, he can leave him on the ground in a bad way. If he doesn't pass the ball, obviously he can make the tackle.
The timing is okay, but you've got to get your arms around. It's a shoulder charge. It's a shoulder charge.
Did you see it?
Yeah, the timing was okay, but it's a shoulder charge. Yeah. All right, mate.
Clear explanation from the referee there. There's no problem with the timing. It's not a late tackle, but he felt that he needed to get his arms, his shoulders around more, and it had been. In their view, though, from the touch judge, a live call, he felt it was a shoulder charge.
Yeah, guys, on the foot.
Gil Dudson, one of only 11 career tries, came at London with Wigan 3 years ago. Here is Batty. 3 around him. 30 metres away here, the Broncos. And Mark Ione.
2, move.
Ackers. Bartho. Fairangi tips it on, and Dixon with some space initially. Closed down well, though, by Gilmore and Houston. Solid progress, though, on this set from London. Batty into Dudson. White in there as well. Buchanan among the tacklers. Ackers. Sammet gets the ball away. Mark Ione with some space. Ione too strong. He's got the ball over the line, but James Charles is going to ask the video referee, Robert Hicks, to have a look at this one.
Got to try. We're checking grounding, please.
Well, I met somebody before the game who tipped Mark Ione out as a potential man of the match, and I understand why here now. He's been a strong guy carrying the ball. He's made good ground, and he has that rare ability for a front rower to bounce people out of the way and score tries, which is, I think, what he does there. That ball appeared to touch the white line. That's all it has to do. He doesn't have to go over the line, just touch any part. Does he have control of the ball? And downward pressure of the white ball onto the white line. That, to me, seems a certain try. And after 10 minutes, London have the first points on the board.
The try awarded to Mark Ione, the former junior Kiwi. 7 last year and now 8 for 2017.
Well, here's a shoulder charge. Gil Dudson on William Bartho resulted in a penalty to London and field position. I did think they'd taken the wrong option. There was players outside. Salmon played short, and Ione was just too big and too strong for the Widnes defenders that close to the line. Got a brilliant start for the visitors.
I think what London have done really well in this match is stretch and stress the Widnes defence across the field, haven't they? They've moved them right, moved them left, opening up the spaces, and eventually with a big man there, running so powerfully close to the try line. It was impossible for Joe Mellor, Matt Whitley, to stop him. Certainly stop his momentum. Bounced up far enough to get over the line. That's 4, and you'd expect this guy to make it look like 6 on the scoreboard.
82 goals already for Maltese international Jared Samet. Turns 4 into 6 with the minimum of force, so London in control early at the Halton Stadium. They lead by 6 points to 0.
Well, lots of people talk about half-back combinations, and London, I think, have a great one in Jared Samet, William Bartow. The two of them obviously both good at committing defenders and finding passes, long passes and short passes there to set up the first try.
There is Eddie Batty to carry the ball back. Met solidly by Dudson there. And Buchanan. Here is the try scorer, Ione.
2, Lucas. Hold this 10.
It's Gilmore on Davis. Really good run from G. Ackers for Batty. Houston went hunting. This will be the last one for the Broncos.
Well, this is a turnaround penalty here on the last tackle whilst in possession. London have been penalised by the referee. He says you haven't got up to play the ball correctly. You see him facing the wrong way. It's a strict one, but it's one that Widnes needed, didn't they? Because there was some good momentum behind the London side in that set. After a good tackle by Chris Houston, maybe it was the tackle that was helped to turn around this game here now with that penalty.
Widnes won the last 4 meetings with London. Broncos have to go back to June 2012 for their most recent win. White. Now Buchanan.
Well, they've looked like 2 deliberate set-up players. There needs to be something done a bit quicker here by Gilmore and Mellor.
There's White. Urgent pass. Here is Mellor. And that was Craven finding Stephen Marsh. Door closed by Bartho for now. And now Burke. Tackle from Ione first up. Batty finished off. And now Gilmore. Gilmore for Houston. Last chance coming up for the Widnes Vikings. 6 metres or so away from the line. Houston eventually gets to his feet.
That's an incorrect play the ball. There was nothing wrong with that. That was terrible, wasn't it, by Chris Houston? He's been unhappy at the play the ball. The referee's now blown his whistle and brought them back.
Down, ball played
it's a scrum down. The ball played the foot according to the referee. We'll have to look at this play the ball again. It was he's pleading with the referee here. Look, he gets up, discussing things, and then he kicks the ball forwards.
Just let me read it.
Eventually, picked up by Jared Samet now.
Heads in, Danny, arms around. Arms around, Andy. Okay, Paul.
Not sure really of the interpretation of that. But Widnes have pushed hard and almost pushed the London side off the ball.
The Broncos do emerge with possession though in the shape of Fairangi. Big hit from Dudson, 18-time Welsh international. Batty now. More good defence on show this time from Houston.
They need to learn a lesson from Widnes. Those one-out carries are going to see them dominated by some of these bigger Widnes forwards. Just a pass or a forward running beside you would alleviate the pressure that's being put on London Broncos at the moment.
Mark Ione did his best to look for an offload on that previous tackle, but no support. Andy Ackers. Kick, not a good one. Straight down the throat of Danny Craven.
Well, after 15 minutes, you get to see maybe 1 or 2 players starting to feel the pace of the game. Danny Craven with his second run back here now in this. They're going hard, straight down the middle of this London Broncos team.
He shifts to full-back today, Danny Craven, because of Tom Gilmore's return. This meanwhile, Matt Whitley. Still only 21, Matt Whitley. Already over 70 witness appearances. Here is Cahill. Davis with a good tackle. Last one. So Gilmore, crossfield kick. Testing Dixon, he's spilled it as well. Who's he going to come up for? They're going to go over here. And Chris Houston puts the ball down for Widnes Vikings. Is this the equaliser? Robert Hicks has the job of finding out.
What a challenge in the air.
It's not the first time they've tried to test Kieran Dixon.
He hasn't told us what he's given, try or no try on the field.
Yeah, it's a try. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
well,
thanks for that, Brian.
Dixon gets a little bit more attention from the high ball from Widnes. Gilmore's landed exactly where he'd want to. Everybody's onside. So it's a challenge in the air that he wants to check.
What was your initial impression, Brian?
I think it's a try initially. That's gone backwards at anything, I think, from Widnes.
You think Charlie Runciman's contested possession there?
Yeah, I've no problems with this.
The first challenge. I've seen those, I think, more often than not, disallowed. Because by that point, they then say he's tackling him in the air. But you lean towards a try, do you?
Let me tell you, if I was Kieran Dixon and I dropped that because of that, I wouldn't have blamed the tackle and the interference from the player. I'd have dropped it.
I think it'll be disallowed.
I think you're right, Phil.
No try.
Houston denied. Look at the reaction of Dennis Betts.
Well, it just seems in the last minute as though he changes his eyes from the ball to the man who he's about to tackle. And does he change his... It does affect Kieran Dixon. It's a very tough 50-50 call, shall we say.
Well, it's a let-off for London, but a massive warning. The Widnes Vikings are coming. They might not be far away from a first score for them in this match.
Here's the man who's tried it. Divides these two sides, Mark Ione. 6-0 London, 16 gone. Samet with the pass. Fairangi now. Runciman, good tackle. Goodson in there as well. Dixon arrows the ball to Samet. Now it's Bartho.
Oh, the pass let them down, didn't they? They seemed to have some space for Elliot Keir, but by the time he picked up the ball, the Widnes cover was back in place.
Did his best to maintain the momentum though, Elliot Keir. Now Eddie Batty.
Cahill threw himself into Batty, but just about missed. They've got him here on the last play.
Last chance. Bartho with a clever kick. Craven is there though.
Well, there's trouble in back play here. Lloyd White and one or two of the London players are throwing everything. Oh, this could get tasty.
Lloyd White and Bartho. Okay,
It has got tasty already.
Lloyd, away. Eddie, I don't need to. There's no screen anyway.
Stakes so high in this game.
Eddie Batty said go to the screen. The referee said there's no screen here.
Please keep walking away. Just go over there.
Well, is there anything wrong with the kick?
Over there.
I don't think so.
Oh,
What happens after this? He puts him down carefully. He's committed to the tackle. Is that an accident where he stands on him and then he goes after him, doesn't he, William Bartho? Not happy with this and starts throwing the arms.
He's absolutely furious.
Well, he's every right to be.
We'll deal with it.
I suppose he interpreted that as an intentional stamp.
Well, I think the tackle is okay. I think he does try and bring him down to the ground safely, but it's
I don't think he intends to stamp on him there like that. That's just an accident. Lloyd White wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
How does the referee deal with this situation and restart play?
Okay, anything else to add?
Nothing else. That was absolutely spot on. Just the running in. It came in from a distance. I didn't see any obvious punches from that.
Okay, all right. Anything else? All right, okay. 2 captains, guys, please. Captains, guys. Cheers.
well, the 3 wise men have consulted, come up with a decision. Now the 2 captains.
Now view the tackle is committed, okay, and there's an accidental foot, okay, not deliberate. You can't take the law into your own hands, okay? You've got to let us judge the offence. The penalty goes to Widnes. We don't need players rushing in.
Let him step on me.
No, it was
step on me.
In our view, it wasn't deliberate. It's a penalty to Widnes here.
Difference of opinion, but it's the opinion of the referee that counts. He's given the penalty to the Widnes Vikings. He's got no issue. I think he's done well to come away with a penalty there, Lloyd White.
What a kick
And
that
what
is
a
as
kick.
well. Widnes have given themselves a great opportunity to post some points here.
The longer the Vikings stay behind, the more the tension of the home supporters grows. They're desperate to get back level, at least on terms.
Already been denied by the video referee. Here is White for Cahill this time. Taken down by, among others, opposite number Jay Pitts. Davis in there as well. White using the short side to good effect. Gets his side to within 5 metres of that London Broncos line. Cahill swings the ball for Mellor. Now it's Gilmore and Craven. Long pass and Ince in the corner.
Time off.
Did everything he could. The birthday boy, Ryan Ince, is this the present that he wants?
No try, we're taking touch. And
No
down
try
in
though
place.
on the field, says James Child. What say Robert Hicks?
Well, he's taking the congratulations from his teammates. Touch judge well positioned. That looks, well, we've got to see as he maintained contact, but he seems to have avoided the sideline.
This could be the best try Widnes score all season, because it's a remarkable effort with Kieran Dixon taking him over the sideline. To me, that's 4 points, Brian.
Remember, he's given it as a no try on the field, so we'll need conclusive proof. And they'll look for...
What more do you want?
Phil, that's...
Grounds the ball.
Phil, I got my doubts as to whether or not he'll overturn the on-field decision. Again, he needs conclusive proof.
Well, let's do this. His feet aren't in touch. The one that is over the sideline is in the air. The other one's in the field of play.
I haven't got a problem with the touch. I'm talking about the
Now
ball.
let's look at the grounding here now then. Let's look at the grounding. He needs fingertips touching the ball as the ball hits the floor.
Phil,
no
he's
problem
touching the sideline. He's touched the
foot's off
sideline.
floor. It's off the floor there.
Take off your Widnes jersey, Phil. This will be disallowed.
Good spot.
Try.
I just concede, you're right, Brian.
Hey, it took 10 scenes to see that. 10 viewings.
Toenails, wasn't it? Just the toenails. I tell you what, it's close.
What an effort from Ryan Ince, regardless of the decision. Incredible effort.
Well, there's an argument to say that the video referee is essential in this sport, because it's impossible for the touch judge, who's perfectly placed at full speed, to be able to see whether his feet touch the sideline.
Ball in. Out.
Widnes twice denied by Robert Hicks. So London still 6 up in possession with Batty. Whitley stops him.
Release.
Ackers. Ione. Into Mellor.
Got a target, hasn't he, on Joe Mellor's chest. Aims at him every time he gets the ball. Halfback just did well. Jay Pitts, well, I thought he timed it well, but no, the touch judge says that's a forward pass. The Widnes has sensed it. Have been denied twice in the last 5 minutes. It could be third time lucky here. They're going to get another opportunity to attack their opponents. I don't see a great deal wrong with it, but anyway, it's a turnover. The forward pass called by the referee.
You get a feeling there's been a swing now in this match. As you said, there's those 2 chances for Widnes that have been ruled out by the referee and the video referee. And now they've got field position, they've got possession, and they're going against a London side that have been defending for a period now. That takes its toll. Andrew Henderson will be contemplating how he manages the next 20 minutes of this half. But immediately they've got to keep Widnes out for this set. The Vikings are looking good.
Danny Ward alongside him there.
Jared, move! Hold.
What can the Vikings achieve here then? Houston. The tackle of G. Fairangi downstairs. Samet in there as well. Interference, says James Child. Back-to-back penalties coming up for Widnes.
Well, we point out here, they've got possession, they're in a great position, but do they have the precision here to find the passes that they need to break through this London defence?
Lloyd White. That was Mellor, and Whitley in! Matt Whitley steams onto that pass. It was coming, and Widnes now have delivered. Matt Whitley, his second try of the qualifiers. He had a pass intercepted by Ryan Shaw last week at Hull Kingston Rovers. One or two suggested his confidence might be affected. Not at all, and Widnes on the board.
Well, we've seen the penalty situation. There's a forward pass that gave them possession in the air, they then had another penalty after that. The penalty with Chris Houston there. And from this position, it does look, this move here now, like a well-oiled machine here, with everyone running into the right place at the right time. And Joe Mellor delivers a soft enough pass to invite the back rower, who times are unwell, to go through and put the first score on the board for the Vikings. I think relieving some of the pressure, the supporters getting anxious, but no mistake from Whitley there. He knew the Vikings simply had to score and get back on level terms.
As you see there, the Young Player of the Year nominee 12 months ago got a try in the opening qualifier. It was a defeat to Warrington. And Lloyd White with the chance to improve this and level the scores here. 2 minutes into the second quarter. The angle he has.
He's missed. And that maybe doesn't come to surprise as any of the Widnes fans look on. They've had 5 different goal kickers this year. Corey Thompson, Danny Craven, Chris Bridge and Reece Hanbury. Lloyd White's been given the chance here to this try by Matt Whitley. That's a sad 2 points that they've missed here. Lloyd White delivers a first pass. Look, they're all running well-timed, hits through the gap, gets inside Elliot Keir, who's in 2 minds whether to come in or stay out.
Body language and the efforts of London in this next set are going to be very telling. As I said, they've been under pressure. They do look a little fatigued, and Widnes have seemed to up the standard and up the ante in this game a little bit. They've obviously just got the scoreboard now. And this is what creeps in. Penalties conceded, tackles missed, and London marching Widnes down the field relatively easily.
Ball steal here is the verdict against William Barthow.
Well, you can see he has got his hands on the ball. And what we saw earlier was a stat showing the possession in the first half so far, which had been heavily in favour of the London Broncos. It's swinging back now towards the home team. Set after set, penalties here now. Forward pass. There's a test now for London's commitment in defence. The Batty and Co just about wrapping up Jack Buchanan.
Some effort to make almost a high tackle on one of the tallest men on the field there. Here is Dudson. Back-to-back penalties produced the first Widnes try. Now they're looking for back-to-back touchdowns here with Craven. And Craven almost through, still going.
Well, he's upended, put into a dangerous position. Reece Williams and Jay Pitts involved in the tackle. Danny Craven times are unwell. They do well to stop him, but you can see then poor tackle technique there, put into a very dangerous position. Luckily he's okay. It's only a penalty.
Mellor for the Widnes try scorer Whitley into Batty's tackle. Ione in there as well. Inside that danger zone. White. Now it's Cahill. Great shot on Cahill from Cunningham.
Brilliant defence.
White. Now Gilmore. And Gilmore just throws the dummy. Davis alive in defence there. White. Cahill again. Manages to flick the ball out. They could be in trouble here, London. Widnes have numbers on that right-hand side. If can get the ball away. Joe Mellor couldn't do it. Lloyd White now goes himself, and Lloyd White over under the posts for Widnes. It is back-to-back tries for the Vikings. The pressure tells, and Widnes hit the front for the first time.
Well, there's a different atmosphere inside this stadium. The last 5 minutes has changed quite a lot. The second try for the Vikings here, they had so much possession. Penalty was the first one that got them out of their own half of the field. That was followed up with a second penalty close to own try line when Danny Craven's put into a difficult position. Dangerous one. Reece Williams perhaps lucky to stay on the field. And Lloyd White knows the simplest way of scoring in rugby league is to pick up the ball, run hard and go low, and crash through the defenders as he does here, scoring underneath the post, which should make his conversion even easier. And they will take the lead after 25 minutes of what's been a nervous beginning to this contest.
Lloyd White already tries in the qualifiers victories at Halifax and at Leigh. He got a couple from Hooker in a 2012 defeat of London here in Widnes colours as well. And right in front, surely 2 more points going the way of Dennis Betts' men, as the home crowd begin to find their voices. And Widnes in double figures, they lead by 10 points to 6 now.
And that Lloyd White try has prompted Andrew Henderson, the London Broncos coach, into a double substitution, Eddie Batty and Mark Ione. And when you see where the try was scored, you can understand why. He's got big men that are fatigued out there. Widnes and Lloyd White were good enough to take advantage of that. London bringing on fresher players now. They'll need to be very disciplined in this set. There's only 4 points in it in the game, but as an energy battle, if you're looking at it, you would say that Widnes are well in front at the moment. Keep squeaky clean, don't give the referee a reason to blow his whistle, and London will have a chance of getting back into this game because it's slowly going away from them right now.
Ed Chamberlain, first taste of this year's qualifiers for him. Played 17 times this season for 3 different clubs. On loan at Workington and at Bradford as well. Cahill, meanwhile.
Consistent performer, Hep Cahill. You knew maybe Betts' plan was to bring him off the bench when he'd have greater impact as the game wears on. And I think we'll see Hep Cahill doing some good stuff. He's determined that his team are going to stay in Super League for 2018.
Just signed a 2-year contract extension, the former New Zealand Maori international, but he had been linked with Leeds. As the kick goes out on the full, though.
An ambitious one perhaps from Danny Craven there. Didn't give himself much room for error. He's aimed it very tight into that corner and it's drifted well over the sideline. Ball back to halfway. London were desperate for this. They needed possession. They needed some decent some chances. Let's see here now whether the second effort is there from the London side.
They want to just get through this set now, won't they? They haven't had the ball in this position for a long time. They want at the very least get to a kick at the end and put a bit of pressure on Widnes. Sit them down on their own try line.
6 tackles inside the Vikings half of the field for London Broncos. Matt Garside. Back after 11 out. Garside, here is Samet meanwhile. And the fullback Alex Walker. Fairangi.
Matt G in 23 got them to centre field.
Couple of Super League appearances for Salford Red Devils, G. As Samet puts a kick over the top there. Ryan Ince does really well.
Impressive
play the ball as well.
Impressive young wingman on the left side here for Widnes. Ryan Ince taking that kick and looks a strong and powerful player, doesn't even when he's hit by 3 or 4 defenders.
White. Davis on Buchanan. And now Marsh. Tried to put his foot on the accelerator there, Stefan Marsh. Hit ricocheted and then spilled by Charlie Runciman.
Well, a lucky ricochet. Bounced up for Charlie Runciman, and there was perhaps a chance with some of the London Broncos' backs were turned at that point, but he couldn't take it in. Fairangi in front of him.
You know what things happened there, Phil? Because of Danny Craven's last kick, off his left foot that drifted over the sideline, he overcompensated that time. Wanted to try and avoid the sidelines as much as he could. Kicked it too far infield, obviously, and it's come off a London player, but they may drag the kicking licence off him. His last 2 have been poor. 1 out on the full and 1 straight into the London players that London get back.
This is why the Broncos find themselves inside that Widnes half of the field again with Fairangi. Cunningham. That was G. Short pass for Spencer this time. Former Barla under-19s international Spencer. Good pass from Samet. And now Alex Walker.
They've had the fullback, haven't they, Walker, swinging like a pendulum from one side to the other, but the attacking play hasn't been that effective. This time he goes hard, takes him on his own.
Jared Samet almost comes up with it. Where is the ball?
I love to see a halfback who takes on the defence. Samet decides that it's his turn. It hasn't come off for him. The first knock-on's gone against the London side. Puts the ball between two defenders. He's not quite dropped it ideally onto his toe now. At some point here, the ball goes through. That ball goes backwards. Backwards again. Not sure where. Has he determined the knock-on from Jared Samet when he's dropped the ball to kick it?
So as it stands, Widnes would cling on to that third spot and the automatic place in Super League for next year. And the £1 million match would be between Catalan and Lee, as we say, with London missing out.
There's a warm appreciation from the Widnes fans, sorry, as we'll see Widnes next week.
That's right, Phil, don't forget, a huge game, regardless of the result here. Next Saturday, 5:10, Sky Sports Arena. Could be a shootout for third spot. Catalan against Widnes, exclusively live with us. This is Runciman. Last one coming up for Dennis Betts' side. 9.5 to go to the interval. Kick hoisted high by Tom Gilmore. It's been spilled as well. Zero tackle called by James Child.
And then Gilmore knocks on, I think, secondly, but they'll go back for the first knock-on. Brave effort from the fullback. Alex Walker decided to get up, went high in the air. Didn't take it in. Jack Buchanan underneath him, and then Gilmore knocks on, I think, as the play unfolds after that. But it will give London another opportunity. Warm appreciation from the Widnes fans. One of their subs, Dennis Betts, has just brought him on. Just less than 10 to go. Alex Gerrard has come onto the field. And you know what? He's been a strong runner of the ball for them. In this situation, if you're a London player, you don't want to see Alex Gerrard coming at you.
White with the pass for Mellor. And Mellor trying to go direct from the scrum there. Bartho with a really important tackle. How long can they repel this Vikings wave? Here is Whitley among the try scorers already. 5 metres away, the Vikings.
Stacked up here on the
7.5
left-hand
to go to the
side,
break.
Ben.
Sorry, Brent. They're going that way.
There he is.
Here is Alex Gerrard. White. That's Gilmore. Buchanan, can he get the offload away? No. 3 in there to wrap the ball up there in Broncos jerseys. They're camped under that London line, though.
Oh, nice
Craven.
play.
It's a walk-in for Danny Craven. More Widnes pressure, more Widnes points. And the Vikings beginning to take control in the battle for third spot. Danny Craven a double against London in Featherstone colours last year. Dennis Betts will be delighted with that.
But it was the high kick that caused problems for London. Walker couldn't take it in. And then again, so much possession that we've seen in the second quarter of this match has gone in favour of the Vikings, and they're using it to full effect. Joe Mellor runs at the defenders and then delivers the ball behind one of his teammates into the arms of Danny Craven, a fast-moving fullback who runs into the space that's created. Reece Williams knows, outnumbered, can't get in there to close down that. And another try that just relieves the pressure now from the home team. Expected to win, but it's all about performing when the pressure's on.
3 tries in 11 minutes for Widnes. Let's put them in the driving seat with 6 to go to the break.
But an interesting kick again. It's a very wide effort here now from Lloyd White. 1 from 2 so far. In fact, we've checked our records. I was wrong before when I said Widnes have had 5 kickers this year, including the Challenge Cup as well. I think they rate that up to 9. 9 different players have attempted this skill to add 2 extra points.
The latest is the Welsh international Lloyd White. That looked a successful attempt. And so Widnes now open up a 10-point lead on the Broncos. They lead by 16 points to 6.
Oh, nice and smooth left to right shift here. Everybody doing their jobs correctly, and a brilliant line run at the very end by Matt Whitley. All eyes were on him on the inside, and Danny Craven snuck just outside him, untouched. A big try. Big point in the game for the Widnes Vikings that now. Kicking on and 10 points clear of the London Broncos.
It's the visitors who restart in the shape of Jared Samet. Collected by Craven. Tackle came in from Tom Spencer. Well, there is Chamberlain now. Approaching the last 5 minutes, first half. Cahill flicks the ball out for Mellor. Can't get through the tackle of G, though. Lloyd White again. Alex Gerrard. This is Jack Buchanan now. Gilmore on the last, under pressure, gets the kick away. Well, Alex Walker, though.
Well, Rhys Williams is prowling behind now, looking for a quick play the ball off this, hoping that Walker would get up, hands and knees, elbows, knees, let Williams in to go behind him and try and get London something as this half is ticking away, something before they go into the break.
Just 4 minutes or so to go to that interval. Spencer takes it up strongly, but it's a good tackle coming in from White. Cahill as well. Cunningham. Samet.
They're delivering a lot of those passes, though, with a too great a distance from the defender, so it's not committing anybody, is it? There's 5 metres before the defensive line, so they're throwing passes that are being ineffective at the moment.
Here is G. Craven gets his hands on the ball eventually. Bartho with the kick. Collected easily by Tom Gilmore. Here comes the counter. Good hit though. Runciman slips the net into the tackle of Davis.
Well, he gets everything from Ferengi, doesn't he? But this is the challenge now for Widnes. Can they go to another gear? They've had so much possession. They've dominated the ball in the last 15 minutes. They have that advantage over their opponents. Can they really find a cutting edge here now before the half-time break and score again?
Ryan Ince got his side over the halfway line. Here is Whitley on the back of that into a 3-man tackle. Bartho doing well. Marsh waits. That was Mellor. Short ball this time for Gerrard. Gilmore. Deliberate kick. We're going to get a repeat set here, Widnes.
That's a great take from Kieran Dixon. He's been defending in the centre position for that set. Abi Pefarangi's on the wing with an injured neck. So Dixon has read that situation, knew that Pefarangi would not be able to get back in position in time to feel that kick. Dixon did it, ran back, took it. Although trapped in goal, it was a very smart move by that man.
He's played centre and winger, hasn't he, for the last 2 minutes, because Ferengi is down injured, and hopefully the London medical staff can get on, because it seemed to be when he was involved in the attempted tackle on Danny Craven at the other end of the field.
A little bit of whiplash, possibly.
It's either a head or neck injury, but maybe it needs to be assessed. Here's a collision, bang.
Well, he stayed on the wing, pushed Dixon into the centres. So between the two of them, you get the communication right, because they may see Widnes come and have a little dabble at that end.
No, Widnes want to get the link going here.
20 metres away, the Vikings. Looking ominous again as Houston turns the ball inside. And Ryan Ince can't keep hold of it.
Well, that was the link they were trying to get between the backs out in the out wide and the forwards in the middle. There's been a late challenge on the player here. We're going to see some more interference later on. Throw the pass. The space is there, but the pass goes behind him, and the chance is gone. Now, the late tackler, I can't quite see in the middle of the field who took that out. Well, I think we're going to see this several times. It's Lloyd White who's hit late by perhaps Jay Pitts.
Matt G, I think it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's G.
The shoulder charge.
That
But again, it's I have an issue with this. It's a free shot to the defender, and I know it's a shoulder charge, but even if he'd wrapped his arms, he's got very little to lose. The attacking player is the one who's going to suffer the most. It's something I think that needs to be addressed. We'll just.
Okay, yeah, it's my G.
Now he knows what he's doing there.
Yeah. Okay.
All he wants to do is leave Lloyd White on the ground, and I would say if you leave him down there with a knock, you've done your job. And I don't like that, and I think they've got to get that out of the game.
It's late, and it's a shoulder charge, which is why it's a sin bin. It's
Well,
late.
10 minutes in the sin bin.
And it's a shoulder. No, it's not, because that was a shoulder charge, but it wasn't late. The difference is it's late.
Matty G gets the yellow card.
Because he was committed to the challenge. Back up, guys.
With less than 2 to half-time, you think Widnes will go for 2 points.
Keep going, guys.
Does look later than the tackle we saw earlier in the game, doesn't it? Potential for the danger there, because you can see what happens to his head and neck.
Will, come here.
Sitting this one out now.
Well, William Bartol is in a bit of trouble.
I talk now, because you're doing enough talking for yourself. Listen, you're the captain. You need to set the example now. Control your players and yourself.
Treading a
Yeah,
fine
you're going
line.
for 2, Lloyd, I presume.
William
Yeah,
Bartol.
you're going for 2, yeah. Yeah, time back on. Just back up, guys.
Lloyd White will go for the 2 points here.
Back up, Billy. Just keep going.
Well, if Andrew Henderson can get a message to his team, it's to just hang in there, because they've been without the ball for 15, almost 20 minutes this match. Penalty after penalty, 2 points go on the board, but they're not out of the contest, even though they are 12 behind.
Within 2 converted tries. Problems for Danny Ward and Andrew Henderson. Man down now.
Scoreline is not beyond them, Ben. But in this game, the longer this half has gone on, they've been a distant second to Widnes Vikings. And they will welcome the halftime break, but Andrew Henderson has got to conjure up something in that break, something to get his side back into this game. They've got to eliminate the penalties that they're conceding, because it's making it all too easy for the Widnes Vikings team. They've also got to throw a bit more at them.
Widnes, remember, can only keep their fate in their own hands by winning both remaining qualifiers here today and then next week in Perpignan. A match you'll be able to see live with us, of course.
2, move, Tom. Hold. Hold.
White. Now it's Houston.
Trying to find the extra space, playing against 12 men. Is there a gap? We're inside the last 60, they're trying to find it.
Tom, move.
White. Cahill. That's Mellor.
Move, Matt. Hold. Hold.
White again, this could be the last play. Widnes going down that right-hand side again. Spilled. They're still going here as the hooter sounds. Is Marsh going to cause more damage here? Marsh gets the ball away. Chamberlain can't take it in. It's still coming up for the Widnes Vikings zone. Craven has it. Manages to get the ball to Mellor. And Mellor, there's some space on this near side as Houston has it now. Houston with support. Runciman, this could be a hammer blow for the London Broncos. And they're all over. Charlie Runciman. It's going to go upstairs. They swept the ball from right to left. And with the last act of this first half, have Widnes extended their lead over the London Broncos.
We might have seen one of the great qualifiers tries. Referee says on the field, no try.
Please, yeah.
He's looked at the far side for a knock-on. There was one coming towards the end of that play that I thought had a bit of doubt on it, but we'll have a look now.
Well, it will go down as arguably the most remarkable try ever. It's a kick through, isn't it, on the last play? They know the clock's running out. Now, that's a knock-on initially there by the London Alex Walker, the fullback. He's knocked the ball forward. Stephen Marsh takes on possession here, and he goes hard down the sideline. But what happens to Ed Chamberlain here now when he hits the ground? That's maybe the interesting element. The arm hasn't touched the floor, and he throws the ball backwards. Does it hit a London player? Didn't appear to from that angle, and that's a clean pickup. The ball hits a London player. Does it come back to him? It does. Once it's hit a London player and come back to him, it's not a knock-on because he's thrown it back towards his own line, so that would be play on.
Let's play on.
6 more plays and he gets it back.
Play on.
Straight away to his own teammate. This is a clean catch, isn't it, Brian, this next one? A good catch too by Stephen Marsh.
Brilliant.
Ball goes on then to Danny Craven. He shrugs off the first tackle, keeps alive with Mellor, then Gilmore, then they throw the long ball. It went through the arms of Hep Cahill into Chris Houston, and eventually Charlie Runciman crashes towards the line but doesn't ground it. No try. Oh, he does!
It's a try. Having to watch it that way doesn't do it justice. He's got the ball grounded. It's a try. There's been no doubt about this. Charlie Runciman's rolled over and the ball's gone on the ground, but to see this, you gotta watch this at full flow.
You're saying without a doubt, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely, it's a try, but slow motion doesn't do it justice.
The decision is overturned, and with the last play of this first period, Widnes strike with the outstanding moment of it. What a score from Charlie Runciman! Incredible!
Well, the Widnes fans haven't had too much to cheer about this season, but that one must make them feel happy when they go for a half-time drink. Outstanding play to keep the ball alive, instinctively taking the opportunity.
Can Lloyd White had the extras from the sideline as well, just to twist the tourniquet as far as the London Broncos are concerned. It's a good effort, but he's just pulled it. But what a finish for the Widnes Vikings at half-time. They're in control. They want third spot, and they lead by 22 points to 6.
Well, a sensational Charlie Runciman try puts a cap on a half that was dominated by the Widnes Vikings the longer it rolled on. Good start for the London Broncos. They scored first, but after that Mark Ione try, it was all the Widnes Vikings. Short break coming up, and we will have full first half analysis after that.
He knew he put the shoulder, the big hit underneath the ball.
Astra, with super bright LED matrix headlights, keeping Mr. Fox feeling fantastic. We call that one of life's small victories. And here's another one. We'll beat your quote from the well-known online car buyer by £1,000 on part exchanges.
When it comes to home insurance, some companies bundle together lots of cover and expect you to pay for it whether you want it or not. TSB believes that no one should be forced to pay for insurance they don't want or need. That's why their Pick and Protect home insurance lets you choose just the cover you need and change it as often as you want. And to help you break free from your current insurer anytime you like, they'll even refund your cancellation fees up to £100.
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
At NFU Mutual, we love to pay out, and we do on 98% of claims. No quibble. Call us or search online for NFU Mutual.
Quitting isn't easy, but Nicorette Quick Mist can help you finally quit for good. So you're not stopping, you're starting. Starting that hobby again. Starting the new. Starting to join in. Nicorette Quick Mist starts to relieve cravings in 30 seconds to help you quit for good. Nicorette. Do something incredible.
Alexa, what's my commute?
The fastest route takes about 1 hour.
Alexa, ask Roomba to start cleaning.
Okay, cleaning room.
Alexa, reorder cereal.
Alexa, make the living room blue.
Okay.
Wow. The water's cold.
Yeah.
Look, catfish.
Football, 90 minutes where anything can happen. You can watch it and you can get involved in it with the latest Coral action. Coral, jump in. Available from App Store and now Google Play when the fun stops.
One way or another, I'm gonna see ya. I'm gonna meet you one day. Maybe next week, I'm gonna meet ya. I'll meet ya.
Sing Ultimate a Cappella. Coming soon, only on Sky One.
When was the last time you saw the news and weren't terrified? The Russell Howard Hour starts Thursday at 10, exclusively on Sky One.
Dawn one-handed gets the ball away. Jewett is trapped.
Welcome back to the Halton Stadium in Widnes for this round 6 match in the Super 8's qualifiers, and it is the home side in control at half-time, 22 points to 6 they lead. Although starting that half better were the London Broncos. They scored first, Phil Clark, through Mark Ione. Great start for the men from the south.
Well, that's right, they had lots of possession and they were close to the Widnes line. They made it count too with a simple play. The big powerful forward front rower crashing through 2 Widnes players. That gave them a 6-0 start. At that point they were happy. We then went to the video referee on a couple of occasions, both in the far left-hand corner. Down here, tight where Kieran Dixon plays. On this occasion, even though Chris Houston gets over the line and scores, it was disallowed interference on Dixon as he attempted to catch the ball. And then we saw another similar instance. I thought this was another try for the Widnes side, but no, on inspection by the video referee, it was a great call because at the very last minute, Ryan Hicks's feet just touched the touch line as he's about to ground the ball, and that was again disallowed by the video referee.
2 disallowed, Phil. They eventually did score through Matt Whitley, one of 3 tries in 11 minutes.
Well, they swung it by on this occasion. They swapped sides, they went to the right, and Whitley got in between 2 defenders. The conversion was missed and they still trailed until Lloyd White went hard and strong down the centre of the field. At that point, with that try converted, they had a 10-6 lead, and that was extended shortly after that. Danny Craven showing what a powerful and useful player he is at fullback, going through out wide.
Okay, that was 16 points in 11 minutes. Lloyd White kicked a penalty after Matt G was sin-binned, and then we had this, Phil.
Well, this was special. At the end of the season, this probably will end up being the try of the year for the Viking supporters. You know, they play on instinct, not instruction at this point. They just keep the ball alive. They've heard the hooter sound, and all they know is to find space. They do that here. Quick hands. It goes through Hep Cales. I don't think there's a knock on there. Bounces up kindly for Chris Houston, who keeps it alive and says to Charlie Runson, "You're close. Just get over and get it down," which is exactly what he does. And the video referee says that's 4 more points. They're happier, more at the break.
Okay, Lloyd White unable to convert that Charlie Runciman try. These 22-6 to Widnes at half-time. But be warned, the Widnes Vikings. London, when they lose in the qualifiers, they do not lose by much. 5 points and twice by 2 points. They will provide stiff opposition in the second 40 minutes, but right now it's the home side in control. Break and then the second half coming up.
I didn't start more than for spreadsheets and do lunch, but for this life.
He wants to drive, but insurance is pricey. Mom's tired of running him around, but doesn't trust his driving. Some pickle. But there's hope. Drive safer with a Smart Wheels gizmo and save cash. Freedom for spring ducklings and sweet dreams for the papas and mamas. We do more than.
Alexa, what's my commute?
The fastest route takes about 1 hour.
Alexa, ask Roomba to start cleaning.
Okay, cleaning room.
Alexa, reorder cereal.
Alexa, make the living room blue.
Okay.
Wow. The water's cold.
Yeah.
Look, catfish.
Hi, I'm emailing you because I've had a bad mopo crash here in Phuket. I'm in real trouble. All my things are lost. I need to pay the hospital. Please, can you transfer £700 to them? Their account details are... I wouldn't if I were you.
It's a scam. Always check that an urgent message hasn't come from a hacked email account. Learn how to protect yourself from fraud.
Quitting isn't easy, but Nicorette Quick Miss can help you finally quit for good. So you're not stopping, you're starting. Starting that hobby again. Starting the new. Starting to join in. Nicorette Quick Miss starts to relieve cravings in 30 seconds to help you quit for good. Nicorette, do something incredible.
How are you going to get to the interview, Valerie? Virgin train or car? Or rather, Spandau Ballet or thrash metal? Spandau metal. Well, Valerie?
Shah's made his way into the box! Well, that is a moment to savour!
It's lights out, away we go!
The Singapore Grand Prix continues tomorrow, live on Sky Sports F1.
This is the last. It's important to get that kick away.
Johnson!
Welcome back, where the London Broncos have got 40 minutes to rescue their hopes of an appearance in the £1 million game in 2017 and possibly a return to Super League. The home side in control. Ben Pro, second 40 minutes, over to you.
Thanks very much, Brian. Yes, at half-time, it's Widnes who are poised to go back into third spot in the qualifiers, above Catalan Dragons on points difference. London with it all to do, second half then. And it's great defence on show first up from the Vikings. They haven't switched off. This is the intensity with which they were playing at the back end of that first period. 3 in the tackle straight away.
Alex, move!
Alex Gerrard among them as Mella moves in defence now.
Good job!
Good work from from Elliot Keir, I should say. Cunningham. The pass away. Tom Spencer. The kick collected by Ed Chamberlain.
Oh, nice link there to Craven. Stretching the defenders.
To the fullback, yeah.
And Ryan Ince is away!
Ryan Ince through a hole. Ryan Ince with little support for now. He's still going though. Ryan Ince, this is a superb run. 21 today, remember, Ryan Ince, and he is writ large on this game already, his contribution. A try disallowed in that first period. Now Widnes get the penalty.
Well, what great play between the wingers and fullback there for the Vikings. From the kick going down to the sideline with Ed Chamberlain, they managed to transfer it to centre field, then to the left side of the field. He's then made some good ground. He's a strong and powerful ball carrier, which is what Cahill continues on with.
Cahill still going, good metres after contact there. Just 5 metres away now, the Vikings. Gilmore with a short ball, they're in again! And Danny Craven's second try, either side of the interval. Widnes within 2 minutes, second half, have extended their advantage and are closing in on third spot and an automatic place among the elite in 2018.
Well, if they want to avoid the £1 million match and they want to be a team to be contenders next year in Super League, they need some good backs. They need backs who can make breaks, which is what they've shown here in this set. Craven links with Ryan Ince, and then between a fragmented London defenders, he's too quick, and then he is too strong. He has brilliant balance to ride tackles, although he can't make it to the line. The London side can see the penalty, and with great field position, they're now starting to find some confidence. There's a voice returning to this Vikings outfit, and it's putting players into the right parts of the field, running into the right holes, and making sure that the passes are delivered. Mellor just times his line there, and eventually it ends up to the fullback, who's starting to enjoy his role, the freedom it gives him playing out there at the back. Pass from Gilmore, delayed, and invites him through to score, and it's all smiles around the Widnes right now.
Been playing half-back in recent weeks, Danny Craven. The return, though, of Tom Gilmore means he's back in that full-back role, and the space it's afforded him has produced 2 tries this afternoon. Double against London in Featherstone colours last year, as I said, and now 2 more tries at their expense. Lloyd White looking to add the extras. It's for a 28-6 lead. And a problem for Lloyd White as he's kicked that ball.
Ooh, this is a massive problem for them. I'm thinking now towards next week. I'm assuming with a 20-point lead, they may have enough here to beat the London side, but there'll be concern here now for the Widnes club. He's an essential part of the outfit. Touches the ball more than any other Widnes player, controls where they play, a strong defender, an important point scorer, but as he kicks that one through, hamstring, that's clearly a hamstring injury. They've already lost Aaron Jeremiah. He won't play, he hasn't played today with a hamstring injury suffered about a week or so ago. They're hoping they may have him back for next week at the Catalan Dragons, but we may not see Lloyd White again this season.
Dennis Betts has Danny Walker on the bench, an 18-year-old hooker, signed a 4-year deal with the Vikings earlier this month.
Well, they're making life difficult for themselves now. Penalty for a ball steal in the tackle. Garside hands all over it. Want to make mention of Ryan Ince. It was his break that led up to Danny Craven's second try. You get a feeling with Ryan that all they have to do is put a bit of polish on him as a player. He's got all the raw materials there. He's big enough, he's strong enough, he's quick enough. So you just put a little bit more polish on him. He could be a fabulous Super League player.
Superb last week at Hull Kingston Rovers, Ryan Ince, in another eye-catching display.
Tom Gilmore now taking on the line. Probably that's a reflection of the fact they are ahead now by 20.
Gilmore will be enjoying this more than most. 4 tries in 15 on loan at the Broncos a couple of years ago. Mellor. It's 15 metres away. Last one coming up for Widnes Vikings. And Walker is on the field, Danny Walker. As expected, and just about poof dead really by Alex Walker. Had to get there.
Well, I think what the Widnes club want now is the confidence of the main playmakers, Craven, Gilmore, Mellor, just to go here now. They've had so much possession for the last 25 minutes. 11 sets more than the opposition now. When you remember in the opening quarter, it was London who had all of the ball, or most of it, I should say. And now with another goal line dropout, it's even a further opportunity for Widnes to attack.
And they're going to get the 2 points. I'm convinced of that, Ben. It's about a performance as well. I mean, we hear last night a coach saying it's just about the points, not the performance. I beg to differ. Because earlier in the season, they'll preach to you at length, it's about the performances and the points will come after that. I think for Widnes now, it's about kicking on in this match and preparing through a good performance in the second 40 minutes for next week's big match in the south of France.
Sets up that game magnificently. It's 20-point cushion now for the Widnes Vikings. Are they going to extend that? Marsh looking for the offload on a great little flick from Bartho on the other side. Just frees up Alex Walker.
Well, they're throwing the passes now with that 20-point lead. Didn't stick on that occasion. This is a tough task now for London, having to do so much defence. They can't really wait now to strike back. They have to do it quick. If they've got anything in them, they need to find it soon.
6 gone second half, and Angela was in the dressing rooms at half-time. What were the coaches saying, Angela?
Well, after a wobbly start, the Widnes coach Dennis Betts is pleased with the performance of his side in the second quarter of that first half. And in the high-stakes game, it's nervous errors, he says, but he wants to see his side play the second half with cool, calm and composed, complete the sets in attack and be organised in defence, but take their chances when they come. A bit of news on Lloyd White. He is being assessed and it looks like it's a hamstring injury. Now, from the point of view of Andrew Henderson from the London Broncos, he's very disappointed with that first half. Their kicking game, he said, was poor. They look pedestrian. They're not showing their best side. They've got to really tighten up defence around the ruck. Starved of possession, they really need to make it count when they've got the ball in hand.
Thanks, Angela. 10 points Widnes have scored since Andrew G departed for the sin bin. A 20-point lead they have. London needs something quickly.
Alex, move.
Good position now for the Broncos. Cunningham with the pass. Bartho has it. Just floats the ball out for Elliot Keir. And Elliot Keir trying to step inside Whitley, who does really well. Quick play the ball, though, and Alex Walker on the back of that. He's so close to the try line there, Alex Walker. Cunningham. Bartho. Samet. Good ball for Irangi. Flicks the ball for Dixon. Dixon faced by Ince. Shut down by Houston, gets the ball away. That was great play. And a flick, they have to chance their arm, the Broncos, and on the back of that, Samet had it, flings the ball back himself this time. And now, Matt Davis thought about the offload, does give it to Elliot Keir. And we saw Widnes produce a try similar to that with the last play of the first half. Eventually, they do shut the door, the Vikings. Bartho with a good kick, and it's collected really well by Houston.
He does so much well, Chris Houston. He's a comrade you'd love to have in your side. I mean, he's given away a couple of penalties, and if there's any area of his game that he would need to fix up, that would be it, and that alone. Yeah. Always on the right position at the right time, makes his tackles, and will put himself in a position to carry a ball when maybe others don't want to do it. And the Widnes Vikings are lucky to have him in their side. The complete rugby league player.
Yeah, tough comrade.
Played 26 of 29 in League Cup this year. NRL pedigree with the Dragons and Newcastle Knights as well. 176 appearances in Australia's elite competition. And the 2012 Newcastle Player of the Year. Here is Marsh. Last one coming up for Widnes Vikings. Craven under pressure gets the kick away. Alice Walker there.
They've shown a fighting spirit, the London side, though, haven't they? They've kept the ball, and they're still doing here, but they're going to have to do something very special because Widnes do seem up for it. Everybody back on side. Penalty helps the London side here now. We've not seen a great deal of action or involvement from Kieran Dixon. I know he's played out wide on the right. Alex Walker tackled and held down by Chris Houston. Hurdles him. That's the reason why the referee blows his whistle.
That's it. There's just too many of those in his game. Coach Betts, no doubt, will have a word.
London do have firepower across the board. 8 players in the side have scored 10 tries or more this season. They do have the personnel. It's a huge ask at 20 points down. Cunningham. Short side play for Pitts. Now Samet. Oh, Samet sees a gap. Samet cuts through it. That was superb from Jared Samet. They needed something, and he has delivered.
Outstanding evasion here.
Has he gone through Chris Houston?
Outstanding evasion. Just stop and then start as quick as he does. He wants to kick into on faster than it is right now, and it is. Get some water into him. And this could be, well, London obviously had to score next. They've half an hour still left in this match. If this kick goes over, you're looking at a 26 points to 12 gap. They've got some points in them. They've got nothing to lose. People said that before the match. There's no pressure on the visitors here. It's all on the home side.
There's a degree of pressure. You know, they do want to get into that £1 million game. Their season will end today with defeat.
Jared Samet's 25th try of the season. And a remarkable effort from him. And 2 more points via his boot as well. And 26-12 now the difference.
It's the sort of try you'd expect to see in touch rugby, how somebody stops and starts so quickly, doesn't it? Look at the change of direction. He goes through. I think maybe there's a hand touched on the ball. Other than that, Chris Houston makes no effect, does it? Looks one way, and that change of direction, and then the acceleration off the spot.
Brilliant. The surface suits him, of course. Both teams play on 4G pitches. Andrew Henderson and his team down at Ealing Trailfinders. Jared Samet using this firm surface to his advantage.
Already seen him score a hat-trick on Sky against Warrington. They lost that one, though, by 40 points to 38. Bartho collected, and now Tom Spencer now for the Broncos. Bartho wrapped up. Whitley with a good shot there. Davis who played it, Cunningham. Now G.
Good ground made, isn't it? Making inroads into the Widnes defence out wide. Go again down that short side. Nice footwork. Farang, is he back on the field now?
It is Farang under the tackle of Runciman there. Looking for back-to-back tries, the Broncos, as they try and find a foothold in this match. 14 the difference. It's come up there for Garside, and he manages to get the ball away, but only finds Cahill.
Well, they were lucky, weren't they, that Cahill was stood behind, almost in the position where you'd expect a London player to be. He anticipated on the last play. They had to offload it. Came happily into his arms. Then Chamberlain now is trying to speed things up. They don't want to be passionate, passive here now. They want to sit back and try and defend this lead.
Buchanan. Was Danny Walker with the pass.
Tom Alderson now on the halfway line. Experience on the Widnes bench. It's a high kick this time from Craven off that left foot.
Still the last, says the official James Child. It's another kick. Cross field this time. Collected easily by Elliot Keir.
Well, they've got some fast players, London, but they need some fit ones in the middle.
Huge games coming up on Sky Sports for you. Salford against St Helens is Thursday, 7:30 on Sky Sports Arena. And that's followed by same time, same channel Friday for Castleford against Hull FC. And we're not done there because it's Wakefield-Wigan. We've got a double header for you. It kicks off Wakefield against Wigan, as I say, 3:10 on Sky Sports Arena. And that's followed by a huge match in Perpignan. 5:10. Don't miss this. Catalan against Widnes, Sky Sports Arena.
Well, the Vikings are lucky that Kieran Dixon did miss that, as the ball just rolls over the sideline. The kick goes down, doesn't it? He wants it to stay in field. Dixon's out the field, back inside it, but he's shepherded out of play there. Ryan Ince as well to just protect that ball as it rolls over the sideline.
This may be the period where London's chance of getting back into the game either goes or they take it and they kick on here, because they've had a bit of field position, they've had possession, and that try from Jared Samet will have given them a degree of hope. Not an insurmountable lead for London, but you get a feeling, Ben, they gotta try and score, gotta try and put a lot of doubt in Widnes' mind to do it soon.
25.5 minutes to go. Widnes in possession. Did Ince play the ball correctly? Chamberlain. Cahill gets the offload away. It was touched. Wow. It was touched by Danny Walker.
Do you think so, Ben? Well, the referee does.
I'm saying that referee, in the opinion of the referee, it was touched by Danny
I couldn't
Walker.
quite see it, could I? I thought Walker waited patiently for it to come backwards. Can't see a knock on anywhere, but that's irrelevant, my call. Referee says it is. And London need the ball, it's as simple as that. 25 to go, they need some points. And the best way they've got of having it is getting close to the opposition line. Keir takes them on. Good hit by Chamberlain.
Great hit back from Chamberlain there. Now Williams. A set of 6 inside the Widnes half of the field, exactly what London Broncos need. Lewis Binek with his first contribution. Garside still going. 6 metres or so away, the Broncos. Bartho, Samet. Now, Alex Walker, support from Fairangi. Fairangi still going, that's the try line. Dixon, last one. Kick collected brilliantly there by Joe Mellor. Tackled in the air by Garside, penalty witness.
There's not enough from the London Broncos. We'll see the penalty conceded. There's not enough from the London Broncos in attack to challenge this Widnes Vikings defence. They resorted to that kick at the end of that last set. But the Widnes are shuffling across in numbers. They're not getting cut short by the London Broncos. That Garside play during that last set was a waste of the play. Widnes just readjusted and then shuffled over. Too easy at the moment for the Vikings in defence.
Now looking to post more points in attack. Dennis Betts' side. 5 metres short of the halfway line. Cahill. Consistently among the Vikings, more impressive performance. Let no one down again this afternoon. That was Greg Burke who got the ball right to Whitley. Faced by Davis. And Davis is penalised for that second effort. Penalty witness.
Well, he's got great feet, hasn't he, Matt Whitley? He's got a good engine as well. He doesn't seem to tire from the first minute to the 80th. But I think if Dennis Betts could send a message on and say, hey, come on, this game isn't over. We know we've got to maintain our standards and take some confidence in. The opposition aren't giving this one up.
2.5 short of the hour mark as Cahill moves in again. 3 in the tackle. Still moving forward though. 8 metres or so away, and it's going to be Danny Walker trying to get over.
Referee said the penalty, the markers aren't square. It's not a try, he hasn't scored.
Yeah, team warning.
No, he's walked back. It's a penalty.
Team warning as well.
It's a penalty, not a play the ball. I don't know what he's going to do here.
There's a really good chance of London conceding another penalty if Widnes don't score. There's a really good chance of seeing a man in the bin.
Have they scored on the very first chance? Held up again.
Let go, Matt. Let go. On your 10, Greg.
Greg Burke it was.
On your 10. Tackle 1. Wait. Okay, go 1.
Mellor. Cahill. Still going, Cahill this time.
2, move!
Couple of metres short. That's Mellor. Shot comes in from Bartho, but it's not enough. Joe Mellor stretches out, and James Chale gives the try. They threatened again. And now Joe Mellor goes in for his 4th round of qualifiers. Widnes hit 30, and they are closing in on 3rd place.
Well, they need the big players to come up with the big plays at the right time, and they've done that here now. They've swing back switch play that allows Joe Mellor to bounce through 2 or 3 defenders and do what they need to do. Just get the ball on the line here, settle any nerves that were creeping back into the team, all the supporters, and develop the habits that they're going to need next week when they play the Catalan Dragons. The ability to score when in good field position to a variety of different plays and a variety of different players. Joe Mellor hasn't been as prolific as we thought he would be this season. He's got over the line here there and extended that on the hour mark.
Joe Mellor. Let's have another kicker here. Tom Gilmore for Widnes. One of 9 different kickers used by the Vikings in 2017. Two more points. Gilmore with them. It's a 20-point lead again for the Widnes Vikings. Joe Mellor, lone spell with Harlequins in 2011. That will be very sweet for him.
It's been a difficult year for the Widnes halfbacks. They started the year, I suppose, the supporters expected to see Kevin Brown in there. It's been Tom Gilmore and Joe Mellor, though they haven't played together that often. They've not had many combinations with Danny Craven in there a variety of times. Lloyd White, Aaron Harrimeyer, lots of different players playing in the key playmaking roles, but the Broncos get the ball back.
Yeah, they've come up with it from the restart there, and Eddie Batty now. Inside the last quarter. So 20 to go, 20 the difference. Lewis Binek still going. Cunningham. That's Bartho. Samet. Almost saw a repeat of that try, and the balance, a joy to behold. Cunningham. Ione, whose try started all this in that first period. Cunningham flings the pass for Bartho. Flat ball for Pitts this time. Last one coming up for the Broncos, and Cunningham. Eddie Batty repelled by Cahill.
Well, Dennis Betts will be happy with the 32 points that his team have scored, but they'll be very happy with that tackle there. The play to close out Eddie Batty. I think they might be sure that several times before they walk out on the field in Perpignan next week. They need defence like that if they want to stay in Super League for 2018.
Go downstairs to Angela on the sideline. News on Lloyd White, Angela.
Thanks, Ben. Well, in a season that's been punctuated, well, maybe even defined by injury for Widnes this year, they've suffered another one, and it is that Lloyd White will not be playing in this game. He has suffered that hamstring injury, but they're crossing their fingers it'll be okay for next week for that crucial game against the Catalan Dragons.
James Cunningham, sin binned. More problems for the Broncos. They'll be down to 12.
Well, the team were put on a warning, you might recall that a minute or two ago here, and then further interference. Was it for the high tackle?
It's too quick for them, I think, for a high tackle. But if the game has been played too quick, Widnes have got it at a tempo that they're comfortable with and that London are very uncomfortable with.
17 and a half to go. Widnes in possession. Gil Dudson. Nice pass at the line from Gilmore. Runciman. Here is Danny Walker. Gilmore will play it. Danny Walker again, the 18-year-old. Inching closer. Last one coming up. Whitley. That's Mellor. Spears a ball cross field. That's brilliantly collected by Dixon.
Outstanding catch. Penalty conceded, they've slowed him down. Just looking at the Widnes side, O'Brien, I mean, it hasn't been perfect, but they're starting to do things at pace, which is what they'll have to do if they want to score plenty of tries in Perpignan. High kick to the corner, and a wonderful catch. He's been put under a lot of pressure, Kieran Dixon. Stood up well in that regard.
Tom Alberson just knew he had to keep hold of Kieran Dixon there. Real live wire in this London Broncos side as Batty faced by Dudson. Big collision there. Two number 15s head to head as Bartho moves in now. Batty. This is Jay Pitts. Solid Super League experience with Wakefield, Leeds, Hull and Bradford as well. Cahill with the shot. Come up with it with Batty though. Through a lot of work, particularly second half. Alberson with a good tackle. This is the last one, and Dixon.
Penalty was taken out. Gil Dudson got in front of him. 15 or so to go here now. 20 points behind. Will be a spectacular and amazing comeback from the Broncos, but his shoulder charges him where the ball penalty where Cahill catches it.
Keep going. Keep going. Tom.
Gil Dudson. His only career double came against London opposition, against the Scholars back in 2010.
On the foot.
Lewis Binek. Approaching the last 15 minutes at the Halton Stadium. Good ball, Barthelme over the top. Reece Williams. Whitley clings to him. Kia. Barthelme. It's Fairangi. Sarrett with the urgency. Barthelme possibly with the try. Shut the door in the nick of time. Greg Burke it was underneath. Untidy playing the ball.
Well, that'll help. Four of the players are gone. That's a team warning. We might see a yellow card pulled out against a Widnes player in the next few minutes, which would certainly not only even it up, but give London a better chances. Mike Ione goes hard.
It's add to his try in that first period, Ione. Great pass. Managed to get the ball to Williams in some space initially. He's managed to offload for Alex Walker. London desperate to strike here. Batty does really well to keep hold of that. It's away from a couple.
It's gone backwards, just play on.
Still going, and Salmon on the back of that. Just the third tackle coming up for the Broncos, though. 14 to go, and Ione looking for his second again.
Play the ball.
Danny Walker does really well. They're going to have 6 more, I think, in a minute, but is Dixon going to need them? Dixon gets there! Kieran Dixon! This one isn't over yet! Kieran Dixon strikes for the Broncos. 18 tries from 18 starts before today. 19 from 19 now. And far more importantly, a huge try possibly for London as they aim for the £1 million game.
Well, his opportunities have been limited today, but we've seen just what a good player he is. Cast your mind back just a couple of minutes, and it was his catch in the far corner that took the pressure and helped to take London to the other end of the field. He's delighted there now. He's got brilliant feet. He's brave, and he's taken the game here now to a more nervous period than the home fans expected. Still 32 points to 16 lead. Big kick now for Jared Salmon.
Salmon going through the routine. Every kick could be crucial here. He's pulled that one. Danny Ward scratches his head, 60 in the difference.
Well, here's the kick at the other end of the field. He's got higher than anybody. I mean, he might be the smallest player on the field, but his vertical jump is amazing, and he's taken the catch well. London used good skill to get the ball out wide. And then just look at this, he's run in and out of defenders, and then bravely, because he's in danger of injuring the arm with which he holds the ball. I think he does actually. We see the physio come on to treat it. And he throws it out in the hope that it will be over the line. It is. And maybe, just maybe, with 12 to go. 3 converted tries they'd need. But you never know with this London Broncos.
You're not prepared to write them off, Phil.
Not just yet.
In possession again. Eddie Batty. Solid hit from Olberson. Samet. They get the penalty here, London.
Well, here it is. They use a yellow card. This gives them a chance. I'll say they've got a better chance now. You can never write off the London Broncos when it's 12 v 12. And Kieran Dixon, he's getting excited here now by the thought of a little bit more space. Charlie Runciman's off the field. That's a player who would defend out wide. Happy Fairangi's interfered with.
Here is Eddie Batty again. 11 to go.
Well, another penalty. The question comes here, once that warning's gone, does another player go to the bin?
This is the one they can never answer.
He's got to move away. Simple as that. Just wait. Time's up.
20th penalty called by James Child this afternoon.
I'd say 20th time a player has given him cause to put the whistle in his mouth and blow it. Not James Child's fault.
Barthow. Not the best pass. Williams picks up the pieces. He's got Mellor for company. 15 away, Barthow. Binek now. Lewis Binek with a strong run. 12th appearance this season after just one 12 months ago.
Jared Semmett attempts one from close range. Obviously James Cunningham in the sin bin. They haven't got a regular dummy half. Eddie Batty attempts to fill that role.
Batty's pass for Barthow. Barthow with a teasing kick. There's nowhere for Craven to go. Repeat set coming up.
And they're just going to show they're a pretty decent out for this London team. Starved of possession for the second quarter of the game. Points went against them. But here now they've had a chance. The first share of the ball. And they're getting it again here now with a goal line dropout, you suspect.
Well, it's an impressive aircraft that just flown past the Halton Stadium here. Sounded like a rumble of thunder on what has been a nice afternoon here in Widnes. But it's gone home quickly, and the London Broncos have got a quick end to this match.
They certainly need something quickly.
Ooh.
Big hit. Binek moves in. Betty again, Fairangi now. Flicks the ball to his right to find G. 10 to go. And Dixon gets the offload away. Fairangi again. Now Ione.
Good tackle by Whitley. Is there any support to Batty? There is. It's Fairangi.
Here's Fairangi's pass.
Oh,
and Dixon puts it down. It wasn't the best pass in truth. And Kieran Dixon can't take the ball in. They're not going to have too many chances.
It was a half volley, a very difficult catch. He did well to even get in close to attempt it. Bounces in front of him, but hits him on the chest and arms and goes forward, and maybe, just maybe, that's the end of the hopes for the London side here this afternoon.
Andrew Henderson won't be giving this one up.
Heads in, get in. Heads in, heads in.
8.5 to go.
Okay, ball.
They host Lee, incidentally, on Friday. London Broncos in their last match. 24 hours later, Widnes in Perpignan, of course. And now Stefan Marsh for the Vikings.
Could be a big game for Lee, that as well, Ben. Could end up Lee playing for home advantage in the £1 million game. Should Widnes go to the south of France, win or draw? They've never won in the south of France, and they drew, interestingly, earlier this season, 14 points apiece. So they just need to avoid defeat next week, and the Widnes Vikings will be back in Super League in 2018.
If it stays like this, 7.5 to go.
It was a great break by Danny Walker, but he couldn't find Joe Mellor. He's thrown the pass, and now Marcaione's lost the ball. It's back to Cahill.
Cahill has it, and then Cahill gives it away.
Time's off.
Well, there are about 4 free plays in that passage of play.
Scrum down, Widnes ball.
It's a Widnes scrum.
Danny Walker went through, didn't he? There's gaps inevitably in the middle here. People tiring. He threw it back to Marcaione, who somehow he loses the ball in the tackle. He's lost it forward, and then Widnes lose possession. So Widnes will get head and feet at this scrum. Referee stops the clock. Just over 7 minutes left.
And Matt Whitley, an outstanding year in 2016, shortlisted for Young Player of the Year. It's really been one of the success stories in development of young players here at Widnes.
Interesting, Widnes put 6 in the scrum then, even though they're down to 12 men. They took no risks with that one.
Release. Go.
Stefan Marsh plays it. Urgency from Danny Walker. Could so easily have been 3 wins and a draw from the qualifiers for London. Desperately unlucky not to complete victories over Super League opposition in Perpignan and at home to Warrington earlier in the campaign. Olberson, Danny Walker. That's Mellor. Finds Marsh in the end. And Marsh steps out of a couple. Stephen Marsh. Danny Walker. And now Dudson. Takes 4 to stop him, right under the posts. Danny Walker again. Mellor sees a gap. Close in the nick of time by G, and on the last, that's going to be the turnover.
Well, they might be content with that as a turnover of possession. The clock still ticks away.
Wait, Alex.
Seems caught in two minds there between an early pass, a kick, and a run himself, and in the end it seemed as though he paused on all three.
Long way for London to go. Long way to go down the field.
Surrender! Stand!
Well, Widnes want to maintain the standards here, maintain the defence. It's been pretty impressive for large parts of the game. And will have to be good to compete with the Catalan Dragons next week. They're swinging it wide, good passes inside their own half. Walker gets the ball.
And now it's Rhys Williams on this near side. Stopped convincingly by Chamberlain.
They swing it back to the right. Yes, they do.
Bartho for Samet. And G by Rangi Dixon. Screams a forward from the Widnes contingent. Kick, testing Chamberlain, and he's put the ball down. It almost came up for Samet there. It might still come up for the Broncos. What's going to happen here?
Well, I think we'll go to the video referee. There's a lot for him to look at.
Andy Acker's the man that may have touched this ball down.
Okay, time off. Last tackle. What's your live comment? Yeah, try.
He's giving it as a try. It's a big call here.
Andy Ackers, is he inside the 10? And then we've checked the catch, please. All right.
Going to check, obviously, that players are onside. They're behind the kicker. I thought there was an issue maybe when it's eventually kicked through, whether there's a London player in front of the man who touches it. I think it's fair to say from that angle that the players are onside. I don't think anybody would pull back. There's nobody obviously in front of him. Walker's coming in fast. Cunningham's up in the air. Then the ball doesn't appear to be an immediate knock-on from London. Now, what happens here? Kicked by a London player. Does it touch the player in front of him? I can't see who those two guys are from here. But the one behind who kicks the ball, does it then ricochet into the player in front of him? I don't think we can tell from this angle whether there's a knock-on from a London player.
He's going to go back. He just needs to clarify that there was nobody in front when the kick left the kicker's foot initially.
I think they've got
everybody to the left of the kicker looked to be onside. Where he might have an issue if you're on the right side of the field with the yellow boots on, just keep an eye. The fluorescent boots on the right side of the field.
And the play the ball.
Who is now moving past Chris Houston and towards the referee.
More than 10 metres, isn't he? He's more than 10
That's
metres.
what he's looking for.
Yeah, but look at the next thing here now. When this is kicked through, I think it's this first player misses the ball. It's the second.
He's going to call him offside, Phil.
Yeah.
Andy Ackers tries in each of his last 4 matches.
Now, yeah. No try.
Not this time.
25
Didn't seem to be. Well, is he within 10 when this ball comes down? He's touched by the Widnes fullback. I think you could draw a radius and say there's a 10-metre gap from him to there.
Well, not in the eyes of the video referee.
Not far off, maybe 8.5, 9, but it's impossible. We can't draw a circle around where the ball comes down.
Okay, yeah.
He may have guessed.
Here we are, guys. Hold.
Gilmore with the tap, and this is Ryan Ince.
One, Jared, move!
Be a very celebratory 21st birthday for him.
2, Eddie, move!
Approaching the last 4 minutes.
Hold.
Widnes closing in on exactly what they needed. Destiny will be in their own hands in Perpignan next week.
It's the first £1 million match in effect, isn't it? The winners are guaranteed Super League for the year after. Straightforward.
Alex Gerrard. Walker. Now Craven. This is the last one for Widnes. Danny Walker. Mellor. Now Gilmore. Oh, great flick. Forward flick. Chamberlain denied.
Well, it's all about where Gilmore came from. Open side to short side, late sweep across. Get the link going. And that adjusts forward into the hands of Chamberlain. Some smart attacking setup from Widnes.
Well, they're trying to hope that next week those passes stick and the timing's right.
Bartho. Samet. This is G now. That was Batty with the flick. Mark Ione now. Oh, that's great play from him as well. And Alex Walker on the back of that. Champagne stuff from the Broncos. They're going down, but they're going down fighting here. Inside the last three. Dixon going backwards. Great work from Ryan Ince. Cunningham now. Batty. Into that Widnes Vikings half of the field. 2.5 to go. Pitts. Lost as Marsh picks up. Widnes coming up in possession. It's going to be a scrum in a minute.
Well, I think all Widnes want to do now is prevent the London side from scoring any more here now. Avoid injury and bottle this confidence that they've taken from this game, and they've scored some good tries and some good combinations and some good defence.
Let's go.
Looking into the future, Phil, for Dennis Betts and the Widnes Vikings, are you happy with the recruitment they've done so far for 2018 if they're to be back in Super League? Are you happy with the halves that they've settled on? Obviously, Kevin Brown is gone. Looks like they will go with Joe Mellor and Tom Gilmore if everybody's fit. Good enough to keep them in Super League?
Yes.
Very detailed, thank you.
Danny Walker gives it to Cahill. The volume around the Holton Stadium belongs to the Widnes Viking supporters. They know how important this victory will be as we approach the final 60 seconds. This is Danny Walker. Don't think we'll see anything too expansive in this set from Dennis Betts' side. Craven. Chamberlain.
I think they need to work on the vocal cords of the two halves, Gilmore and Mellor, for next season. To answer your question, Brian, there is the last play. The voice comes from Mellor. He kicks it over the top. It's a chip and chase.
Mellor
and he scores!
So try. Joe Mellor, second of the game. 30 to go. Widnes with 2 huge points against the London Broncos. But we're going to miss out on the £1 million game. Widnes have the chance to secure 3rd spot in Perpignan next week, and Joe Mellor so important to them. 2 tries.
Yes, that's right. And I think you're starting to see the confidence between these two halves. Next week will be fascinating. The playmakers, rather, the Dragons or the Vikings, could be the ones that determine which side are guaranteed a more restful and less anxious week building up to that £1 million match. One team will be relaxing and watching it on TV, and it could be the Widnes Vikings if they find the right combination. Disappointing end. What's been a brave effort from the London outfit.
Been a fantastic effort from Andrew Henderson's men. They've come up short. The last kick of the game, 2 more points. Widnes won this one by 38 points to 16. It's been a stern test for them. They had to weather a very, very tough first quarter, but But that second quarter, when they struck 3 times in 11 minutes, was when they really took control of this game. And then the champagne moment, really, of this match, delivered really by Charlie Runciman with the last play of that first period. An unforgettable try that will live long in the memory of the Viking supporters and in the memory of the viewers on Sky Sports. We've seen some great tries down the years, but that has every right to take its place alongside them. Elton John played this stadium in June, and Widnes have said to the rest of Super League, we're still standing in 2017. 38 points to 16, the final score. London have let nobody down, but they will miss out on the £1 million game. Joe Mellor, Tom Gilmore, really important. Chris Houston, the captain, led by example. And now Angela has the man of the match, the birthday boy, 21 today, and Ryan Ince with a superb display for the Widnes Vikings. He is the man of the match. Over to you, Angela.
He is the man of the match, and it's his birthday as well, 21 today. What a great birthday present.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to get the win on my birthday, of course, but yeah, I'm pretty much happy with the win, and that's all that matters in this stage, like in the qualifiers. So a win to win.
Yeah, you don't need it to be pretty, do you? You just need a positive on that scoreboard.
Yeah, of course. Like we just said, we need the win today, and that's that, and we got it. And it was a bit scrappy at times, but yeah, a win to win.
They've had a great Super League qualifiers, haven't they, London? And they felt like they were due a win after some of the performances, but you held them off.
Yeah, they played well. Like in the first 10-15 minutes, like they were throwing some good shape at us, and he put us on a bit of pressure at stages. But the boys like dug deep in different parts of the game, and yeah, we come on top of the win. So we're happy. Yeah, we're happy.
Got another big one next week away as well.
Yeah, Catalan away. It should be a tough game, but yeah, going from this game into that game, the boys be confident and. Yeah.
Happy birthday. Go and enjoy it. Thanks very much, Ryan. We've got Jared Summit now. Jared, it's a disappointing end to your qualifiers, but you London Broncos gave it everything and were entertainers as well in this competition.
Yeah, it's disappointing to finish the season on probably what was our worst performance. We came in today with high hopes and big expectations, but today I think Widnes beat us to the punch, and they were more desperate than us.
Ryan did say it was a little bit scrappy, and it was at times, wasn't it?
Yes, obviously everything was on the line for both teams, so it was going to be a very heated match. And unfortunately, we came out second in nearly just about every area.
I know you probably want to say this now, but you can give yourself a pat on the back for some great games and great entertainment over the last few weeks.
I think the team, as a group and the club, they can definitely hold their heads high, and we've accomplished some great things. But again, in our own eyes, we've fallen short and disappointed with the way things have ended for us.
Thanks for your time, Jared.
Cheers, guys.
He's played his huge part in the rebuilding of the London Broncos. Right, next we go to Oakwell in Barnsley, where Aston Villa are the visitors.